YouTube, how's it going? It's your boy Ivy back with another video on the channel. If you're like me, you've been grinding Vanguard for the last week, and I don't know if that's because you're trying to get guns leveled up for the Warzone integration coming very soon, or if you're playing with friends, or just trying to, hit the prestiges a couple of times. Whatever it is, this is what I believe to be the 5 most overpowered weapons right now in Vanguard that you should use if you want to do well. If you enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you never miss when one of my videos goes live. Also, smash that like button for me. Let's try to get 15 likes on this video. And last but not least, head over to Twitch, link in the description to twitch.tv/SirIvy and drop a follow over there so you never miss one of my live streams. So let's get right into it. We're going to start with the MP40, Gunsmith, preview the weapon. That's what it's going to look like. So we're going to start with the muzzle. You're going to run F8 stabilizer. This is going to help you with accuracy and damage range. This is what's changed. This is one of the things that's changed since my YouTube short. This is the VDD 189mm short. This is going to help. This is going to increase limb damage. You don't get a headshot damage bonus, but you're basically gaining that headshot damage bonus to the limbs on like body shots basically. So it's kind of broken. I think that's one thing that might get patched a little bit. Krosnick ISO 1M sight. This is personal preference. Sometimes I run a sight, sometimes I don't. It kind of changes depending on how I'm feeling that day. Krosnick 33M folding stock. This is going to be sprint to fire and movement speed. We'll make up this initial accuracy and recoil on another attachment. Underbarrel SMLE pistol grip, or the Smile pistol grip. +2 to sprint to fire, +1 to hip fire accuracy. Yeah, it's basically going to help you get your gun up quicker. You're going to run the 9mm 64 round drums. This is more of a pub thing. Just you can take more gunfights quicker. Don't have to reload as much. I know a lot of pros might be running, you might see running the 9mm 24 fast mags. This is just reload quickness, and they're not going on as many streaks in pro matches. So that's for comp. This might be something you look at using, or just not using one at all. Now, ammo type is going to be lengthened. This is going to give you the bullet velocity increase. I prefer to use polymer grip. This is because the maps are so big. A lot of the times you're taking long range gunfights with your SMG. This is going to give you accuracy and recoil sustain during +1 to accuracy and recoil during your sustained fire. Proficiency brace. This is your initial accuracy and recoil. This is making up for the folding stock. Like I said at the beginning, kit fully loaded. You can run quick too. You can run any of these. I prefer fully loaded because I don't like to run the ammo crate. All right, let's move on to the next weapon. The next weapon we have is everyone's favorite, easy gun, easy mode, whatever you want to call it, the STG. So the muzzle we're running F8 stabilizer. Same reason, accuracy, damage range. Being an AR, you're really not worried about sprint to fire speed that much, as long as it's not like horrendous, Barrel VDD 760mm 05B just seems to be the best barrel of all these, most consistent, best damage range, that sort of thing. Optics, personal preference. I prefer the G16 2.5x. I do switch back and forth depending on the day on this one as well. Stock VDD 27 precision. This is going to be your recoil control and ADS speed. You do lose a little bit of movement speed and hip fire accuracy, but again, it's an AR, so you're not too worried about moving around like crazy. Underbarrel, we're going to go with the M1941 hand stop. Recoil control and accuracy. Definitely one that we played around with a little bit. We were running the Strife angled grip. We were trying Carver foregrip. This just seems to be the most reliable with the least amount of downsides for the ARs. Magazine, this is probably one of the most important attachments on your gun. You're going to run the .30 Russian short 30 round mags. These bullets just hit hard. I know it looks like there's a lot of cons, but you honestly, with the way this gun is built, won't notice those that much. It might take a little bit getting used to. It does have a little bit of bounce up and down, but I don't think you're really going to notice it with the way we've built this gun. Rear grip stippled. This is going to help with those rounds. Recoil recovery, initial accuracy, and recoil. Yeah, you can try the polymer grip, but I think having that, all the multipliers, the headshot multiplier, all that stuff, that this recoil recovery, initial accuracy, and recoil is just too good not to have. Efficiency, we're gonna go with vital. This is gonna be increased area for critical areas. So if the headshot multiplier wasn't already high enough, you got a little higher with this perk. Kit, fully loaded, personal preference, run whatever you want. I just don't, like I said, don't like to run the field upgrade. I like to run dead silence for my field upgrade. So yeah, moving on. Combat shotgun, Das Haus. I mean, it's like a match made in heaven the way this game's built right now. So this is a hip fire build. Personally like the hip fire, don't like the ADS with shotguns. Never have, probably never will. So let's see what we got on this. A5 smooth bore. This is going to be your wider pellet spread. Frameable number 3. This is all your hip fire stuff. Recoil, accuracy. No optic. The CGC 3M adjustable is going to be hip fire accuracy, ADS, sprint to fire speed. All good things to have when you're running shotguns. Who cares about this? Are we sustaining fire with this thing? It's not an AR. Underbarrel, hip fire accuracy. You can mess around with some of these. I haven't really messed around with these too much. The Carver foregrip could be another good one. Just for the recoil control, but I really don't notice the recoil too much. So personally, I just go with the one that has no downsides. 12 gauge, 16 gauge, 10 round drums. Yes, this shotgun has a drum mag. How insane is that? You don't have to individually load the bullets like you have in every other shotgun and every other COD. Nope, just pop this one off, pop a new one on. You're beaming again. It's crazy. I prefer buck and slug. I know a lot of people like to run incendiary. My ego will not let me run incendiary. Ego, conscience, whatever you want to call it, I can't run incendiary. I just can't get myself to do it. Buck and slug seems to be the best ammo type. Fine tar grip. This is going to be recoil control and hip fire accuracy for that -1 ADS speed, which I said I don't typically do. Proficiency, frenzy, health regen after kills. Like, come on. You're in Das Haus, you're in their spawn, and you're just regenerating health every time you get a kill. Crazy. Vital's not a bad one on some of the bigger maps if you're not running it on Das Haus. So, yeah. Or sleight of hand even. That could help too. Quick, +1 to the sprint speed. You can run fully loaded, but if you're not going on big streaks with this, fully loaded, it's not really needed. You could just run the ammo crate just in case you do go on a big streak, but quick, I think is the preferred kit for this class setup. All right, getting into the 4th gun on our most overpowered list, the M1928 G28 compensator, recoil control. CGC 12-inch cooling, highly accurate, reduced scope sway and gun bob. This is gonna help you keep it when you're ADS'd more online. Slate reflector, whatever optic you want to run, you can run on this thing. CGC S adjustable. So this is going to be your sprint to fire speed and your movement speed. This does tend to be a little bit of a slower gun, but you won't really notice it. 1941 hand stop. Where does it go? Recoil control and accuracy. This gun does fire very quickly, but it does have a lot of recoil, so that's why you're going to see a lot of the recoil buffs for this gun. 100 round drum, because why not? That's it, why not? Lengthened, same reason, +3 bullet velocity. This is almost a must on all the SMGs, the way the ARs hit in this game. Stippled grip tape, I like it. The initial accuracy and recoil on this one over the sustained. That's just me. Proficiency, I run steady for the reduced movement penalties. You can run sleight of hand, fleet. You can run really any of these. Frenzy's a good one too. I just like the reduced movement penalties because we're building that recoil gun. We do kind of lose some of the movement. Last but not least, fully loaded, just like always. Quick, you could run too, I guess, on this one to get a little bit more sprint speed, but up stomping, fully loaded is where it's at. All right, moving into our fifth and final gun, the Automaton, automation, whatever you want to call it. This thing fires quick for an AR. I gotta give it to it. I didn't give it the credit it deserved at the beginning because of the SDG, but we're gonna run F8 stabilizer. Same reasons for the other guns. The Empress 620 mm precision barrel, highly accurate, controllable ADS, headshot damage range. You do lose a little bit of body damage, but it makes up for it with how quick it fires. Slate reflector, run whatever optic you want to run. Same story as all the other ones. Empress broadsword. This is going to be increased initial accuracy and recoil, aim down sight speed and recoil recovery. It just seems to be the best one of the three. M1941 hand stop, same reason that we used it on the SCG, recoil control and accuracy. Not too worried about hip fire accuracy, although this one does have a little bit more movement speed, I think. It feels like to me than the SCG does. Magazine, this gun goes through rounds quick. You don't want to change the ammo type, but we want to change to the 45 round mag. This just, I think, has the -1 movement speed and the -2 on ADS. It's just a little bit too much for me. Polymer grip. We want that sustained fire over time with this one. It is very highly accurate with the first shots. So this one over time, we want to sustain it because it has the higher fire rate. It does tend to have a little bit more kick over time than the STG or some of the other slower firing ARs in the game. I think I skipped over. We're going to run lengthened. Same story for this one. Proficiency, frenzy. I've seen people run sleight of hand on this or steady. I just kind of like having the health regen after kills, because why not? You know, why not? Kit fully loaded. Not really anything else in this one that you would want to run other than fully loaded. Maybe surplus to get the kill XP. Pub stomping, fully loaded is where it's at. You can use your field upgrade elsewhere. Yeah, so that is the 5 most overpowered guns in Cold War about 1 week in. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. Let's shoot for 15 likes on this video. Subscribe and stay tuned for more. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.